Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's part 2 of a playthrough of Field Commander Rommel, the Deluxe edition from DVG. If you watched the last video, you will have seen that the Axis forces didn't get very far. They were pushed back into Liège by a very inferior force. So now we'll have to see if we can push forward in this turn. Here we go then, on the sequence of play. First thing we do is advance the turn counter, and we're now May the 20th to 27th, 1940. Next, refit. -2 supplies per refit. Now we've only got 3. This is the Axis bugbear, their supplies. So we could refit one, I think we will. We'll refit the 6th Schutzen back to full strength. There we go. But that does mean we lose 2 supplies. So we're down to 1. Next, battle moves. Right, I think we better try it again. We're going to push forward into Dinant. We're going to use all our forces. So, we'll see you on the battlefield. So I've had a bit of a rethink and a change to strategy. I was going to bring all 4 of those forces into Dinant, but I forget that in the Axis sequence of play there is the supply check of 2 units, a stacking limit if you like. And if I bring the 4 of them in, I'm not going to have enough supplies to pay 2 each, so I'd have to reduce 2, and I don't really want to do that. I can afford to reduce maybe this one and keep this back, but yeah, it's not as easy as I thought. So we'll leave it like that, and now we'll sort out the battle plans. For the Allies, they have 2 full units or forces, so that's 2 battle plans. But they have 6 supplies, so they can get an extra battle plan, because if their supplies are between 5 and 7, they get an extra plan, but it does cost them a supply, so they're down to 5 now. So 3 battle plans for the Allies. Let's sort that out first. 1, 2, 3. And they get air raid, exploit, tactics. So if they do destroy us, they're going to advance into Liège. Air raid 1 to 3, 1 hit, and they can re-roll one of their die rolls with their tactics. Okay, for us, we get points, remember. So for full German forces, we get 2 points each, plus 1 for the reduced force, so that's 5. Not a lot. Again, we can spend a supply to get an extra point, but no, we've only got 1. So, what are we having? So, I've decided on digging to negate 1 hit, a tactics to re-roll 1 of the die, and a press to make sure, it may cost us dearly, but to make sure we can eliminate these and stay in this space, because if you remember, that's what happened last time. If you don't eliminate the force you are attacking, you have to retreat back to where you started from. Okay, here we go. Once again, I won't put the tower on the board, not because I'm going to cheat, but because it causes mayhem, so you have to trust me. So we'll go first, and we'll use the 25th Panzer, which has an upgrade, and it's quite a good one. So we have to throw a 6 or less, which is going to be done, of course. But our superscript is now 3. So 3 or less, we get 2 hits. So let's see what we get. Oh, look at that! We're off to a flying start 2. Crikey. Right. And the 78th Artillery Doesn't have anything added to its attack roll, but it adds 1 to the superscript. So if we throw a 1, we will get 2 hits. Oh, we get a 3. That's better than, whoops, that's better than nothing. So we're up to 3. Come on, we can get this done. The 6th Schutzen needs a 2 or less. Oh, no. Right. Although, I'm going to use my tactics. Nearly forgot. Let's re-roll that. No, even worse. 6. Okay. The Allies, they're going to use their air raid first. 1 to 3. No, 5. They can keep hold of that because there's going to be a second round. Yeah, they could use their tactics for that, but I think we're going to save that for when they defend. So, 11th Durham need a 2 or less. No, they throw a 3, so they are now using their tactics to re-roll. No, 5. The 3rd, they need a 2 as well. No, it's looking good. 6. We now go into the second round using our press. So, once again, we'll use the old 25th Panzers. We're going to get a hit anyway because the attack value is 6. But let's see what we get. Oh, it's only a 2. Look, it's another 2 hits, so they're up to 5. We don't need to do any more because that will eliminate those 2 units, but they're going to have a go at us. So again, the air raid, 1 to 3. Oh no, they get 1. We have our dig in, so let's hope they don't score any more hits. 2s for these. First one. No, 5. And the second one, come on. Oh, it's a 3. Good. So we can use our dig in to get rid of that. And with 5 hits, of course, these are going to be eliminated. And we'll go up there towards our resupply points. Next is upgrades. And as we've destroyed 2 units, we can get 2 upgrades. So what I think we'll do, let's have a look. We'll upgrade both of these. I'll tell you why. Because if I put an upgrade on this one, we're going to have to reduce it in a moment when we do the supply check, and we will lose the upgrade. So I'm just going to upgrade these 2. And I think if they get reduced, they don't lose the upgrade, it goes back to veteran, I think. But we'll check that as and when that occurs. These are finished with. And it is now non-battle moves. Well, the only thing that hasn't moved is this. And if we move it into here, we're back to the same situation with the supply check. So we'll keep it there. Could move it there, but it's pointless really. So no, okay. Now it's supply check. And as I said before, it's 2. And we've got 3, so we've got to pay for that extra force by either paying 2 supply points, which we haven't got, or reducing a unit. So we'll reduce this one. Dear oh dear. Now it's Axis resupply. Resupply points, 2 per allied objective. No, 2 per Axis force that did not move. Oh, this one didn't move, did it? So that's 2. And 1 each for the destroyed allied forces. So that's 3 there. Now these go back in the pot. So we get 5 resupply points. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to bring on the Totenkopf here. We're going to bring this one on. That'll cost us 3. of our resupply points, and these is where we can bring on reinforcements. So if we control some of the allied areas that have that little symbol, we can bring reinforcements on from there as well. So 2 resupply points left, and I think we'll cash them in for supplies. So that's going to be 4 supply points. So we're up to 5. Not too bad. And that's it. Now it's the Allies' turn. So the Allies' turn. But before we do, yes, I know I made a bit of a boo-boo, and I have made note of it in the video. Of course, when I was calculating the battle plan points for the Axis just now, for some reason I counted this reduced unit. Bit of a daft mistake, sorry about that. So I lost a battle plan point, but in the end it didn't matter. And the other thing, I'm pretty sure that upgrades are only adjusted when you refit the force, the unit. Right, okay. Talking of which, for the Allies, first thing is to refit, but they're all tickety-boo. So it is Allied Operation Check. And we take one of these chits, the Operation chits. I'll do it off camera, because earlier when I did it was a bit scary. So I'll do it off camera, but I'm not looking. And we get... what do we get? We get 1 advance. So that goes there. And these sort of pile up. And when we get that go counter, we'll sort of go through this pile in order and do what it says. So any advances will be done and all that sort of thing. Right. At least there's no forces going on to the space there. Allied orders. That's up there. So Allied orders for each region. So remember, we've got the 2 regions. We look first for Allied forces in objectives, and it's just this one here. And as before, if 1 or 2 Allied forces are in it, they hold. But for this one, 3 or more Allied forces in objective, then 1 force with the highest attack value advances. So the chasseurs will advance, and there will be a battle in a moment. Next, we resolve orders for Allied forces not in objectives. So for the Western region, we've got 1 in Calais and 1 in Caen. And there are 4 Allied forces in the region, so we're going to add +4 to the die roll. No Axis forces, of course. And they throw a 5. 5 + 4 is 9, of course, so that means they will advance. And so they will advance directly towards the Axis forces. And I think it's up to us. We'll move them into Lille. And for the 50th in Caen, again with a +4, they get a 2 + 4 is a 6, so they advance. Bomb. Resolve battles. So the chasseurs, the brave chasseurs, will attack this larger force of Axis units here. So battle plan points for the Allies, just the 1 force there, the chasseurs. So 1 battle plan for that, but they do have 5 supplies. If they have between 5 and 7 supplies, they can get another battle plan, but it will cost them 1 of those supplies. So they'll get 2 battle plans, but their supplies are now down to 4. So, not looking, let's see. There's 1, whoops. And here's the other one. What do they got? Tactics, oh. And, oh, press. That probably won't do them much good. But they can re-roll 1 of their die rolls. For us, let's see if I can do it right this time. We have 2 full units and a reduced unit now. So that's 2 for the full forces and 1 for the reduced one. So that is actually 5 this time. So what are we going to have? Well, I think we'll have a dig-in. Yeah, anti-tank gun and, yeah, tactics. Right. We're going to go first, and we are using our middle number, so we can't use our upgrades, I don't think. Let me just check this one. Oops, I can get it. Oh, we do get a +1 to our defence number, so we're actually 3. 3 or less we need. Oh, and we get a 3. So we're off. 1 hit. And now we'll do the 25th Panzers. Pop that back on there. Oh, they get 1 as well, so we're 4. 4 or less. Oh, and we do. And that's game over. 2. But they do have a go at us. So they've got an attack value of 3. No. But they have a tactics. So they're going to use that. And re-roll. No, 4 again. Oh dear. That's all they've got. They've only got a press. So that's it. The attack is over. 2 hits for the chasseurs means that they will go up to the resupply box there. And these can go back. And that. Now, because we defeated an opposing force, even though we weren't attacking, we are allowed to get an upgrade. So even allies are allowed to get upgrades if they defeat us when we're attacking. But an upgrade can only go on this one, because these are fully... yeah, they're both elite. So... what do we get? Oh! 1 battle plan point. Okay, Allied resupplies. So for Allied resupply, if you remember, we're using this table up here, and the 3 areas are Caen, Calais and Paris, +3 if Axis holds the area, which of course we don't. So for Caen, 6. That's 4 supplies. They're up to 8. But no forces. Calais. They get a 3. And a 4 or less is a force. So, drawing from the old pot. And they get the 3rd motorised infantry, which goes in Calais. And for Paris, 1. That's another force. And that is the 5th motorised infantry. This little symbol here, by the way, is a fortification symbol and means that the defenders get a +1 to their defensive value. Right, that's it. That's the end of the turn, and we move on to the next one. And it is advance turn counter. We are now on May the 28th to June the 4th. And for us, it's refit. 2 supplies per refit. We've got 5 supplies. Now the question is, do we refit both? We will lose this battle plan point upgrade. That'll leave us with just 1 supply. And if we're going to move into cambrai, it's not going to leave us a lot if we want to advance. But I don't like having reduced units. Yes, let's do that. Let's refit both. We're going to lose that upgrade then. And this one. And we are now down to 1. Could be a mistake. And as I am apt to say, these solo games, you'll play them completely different and probably better. So that's refit done. Battle moves. Right, I think we're going to move these into cambrai. I'm not going to move that one because if we do, we're back to the supply check problem. So off to cambrai for a battle. So battle plans for the Allies. They get 1 each for their 2 full forces there. But they have 8 supplies. So they get an extra 2 battle plans for that, but it will cost them 2 of those supplies. So they are down to 6. And we've got to draw 4 battle plans. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right, let's see what damage they're going to do with these. Air raid. Press. Oh, right. Saves me getting one, I suppose. Dig in. And another air raid. Oh, crikey. Right. And with the press, of course, those 2 air raids are going to hang around. Right, for us, we have 2 full German forces. So that's 4. Will we cash in our last supply for an extra point? Well, I think we'll need a dig in. That's 3. I think we will, you know. I think we'll cash in our last supply and get an extra point. And with that, we're going to get some anti-tank guns. Right, fingers crossed. And we'll go first. We've got the 25th Panzers there. 7. So we're going to get a hit. And a superscript of 3. 3 or under, 2 hits. Let's see what we get. Come on. Oh, and we only get a 3. Ho, ho, ho. Honest gov. Right. Now it's the 78th Artillery who get a 4 attack value and a superscript of 2. Come on. Oh, that's it. That's game. That's it. Game over. 4 hits. But. Hold on. They've got their dig in. Don't get too excited, Ruff. Okay. We need to get one more hit. So we're using our anti-tank gun. We need a 1 or a 2. I needn't have worried. That's 5. They're attacking with their defensive values and their air raids and whatnot. We don't need to do any more. Even with their digging, we've got enough now. Let's just hope they don't do too much damage to us. So, we'll do the units first. They've got a... No, they haven't got a tactics. It's us for the tactics, isn't it? Yes. So, 2 or less. No, that's a 3. And the other one, 6. Oh, no. They've got a couple of air raids though. 1 to 3. First one. Yeah, they get it. A 1. We do not want them to get any more. So, the last air raid. 1 to 3. Oh, top of the shop. No, that's it. So, damage. We're going to get rid of our dig in. We might as well get rid of those as well. These all go back in their battle plan pot. And they get 5 hits, which of course means, whoop, come here you, that both of these are eliminated. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they go up the top there with the chasseurs in the resupply box. Lovely. We couldn't have advanced because we have no supplies to move forward. But that's those taken care of. Next would be upgrades, but of course, as you know, these are already elite. So we can't upgrade those, so we have to forego that phase. And now it's non-battle moves. Now I could leave these units here to get our extra resupply points. We're going to get extra because we now control Cambrai. So I think we'll move. Yes, let's keep pushing forward. Can't move anymore because I have no supplies. Next is supply check. Well, 2 and everything's okay. Axis resupply. Up the top there. 2 per allied objective held. We've got Cambrai now. 2 per Axis forces that did not move. No, we all moved. So that's 2, and 1 each for these. 3. These go back in the pot. So that's 5. 5 resupply points. We don't have any supplies. A couple of options. We can bring in one of these panzer forces, because they have an attack of 5 and we've got 5 resupply points, or get 10 supplies. Now, you know what? Fortune favours the brave, or does it? We'll bring in the 31st Panzers into Liège there. Right, that's it. It is now the Allies' turn. So, for the Allies, first thing is refit. But they still don't need any refits. Allied operation check. Here we go. There's only a few left. So, and it is 2 advances. Oh dear. That's going to go bonkers when we get the go. But again, at least no forces. Next, Allied orders. This up here. So, the 2 regions. First, Allied forces in objectives. Well, they only control Arras at the moment. So they hold. And we have the other one here. And nothing here. So, it's now Allied forces not in an objective. So this region, we have 1 in Le Havre. So we'll do that. They're going to add 1 for every Allied force in this region. That's a +5. So they're probably going to advance. 4, yeah. That's 9, so they're going to advance. And I think that's nearer, isn't it? So bop straight across into Rouen. 3rd in Calais. 3. +5 is 8, of course. So I think they've got an option. I'll just check the rules. I think we've got to equal them out because this hasn't got any forces. Amiens might be the choice. Let me just check. The way I read it, and that could be wrong, is you have to sort of do them equally. This hasn't got anything, so we'll move into Amiens. We'll move there. So that's that region. Just about to move on, and I thought, oh, we've forgotten the force in Lille. So we'll do that. They are with a +5. It looks like they're going to advance. 4, yeah, +5 is 9. So they will advance into Cambrai, and there will be a battle. And for this region, it's just the 5th in Paris. They've got now 2 forces in this region, so that's a +2, but there are 6 Axis forces, so that's a -4. So let's see what that 5th is going to do. That's less than 1, so they're holding. Right, battle time. So, battle plans. The 25th Armoured get 1 battle plan, but they do have 6 supplies, so they'll get another battle plan. At the cost of one of those supplies, they are down to 5. So let's see what they get. 1, 2. Right, let's see. Air raid. Press. Ooh, right, okay. And for the Axis, we get 2 battle plan points for each full force, so that's 4. We don't have any supplies to buy anymore, so we'll use the good old dig-in and the AT guns. Right, and I think we'll go first, and we'll use our AT guns. 1 or a 2? Oh! Oh! We're doing quite well. So that's 1. And now we are using the 25th Panzers, and we are using the middle numbers because we are being attacked. So that's 4 or less. Oh, that's it, it's over. 3. 2 hits. There it is. But they are having a go back. And they are 4, because they're attacking with a superscript of 2. Oh, they only do it. They get a hit. We can absorb that one with the dig-in, but we don't want any more air raid. 1 to 3. No, 5. God. So that's it. So hits, we can absorb that one. Where are we? There we are. Get rid of that. Get rid of those back in the pot. And 2 hits for the 25th Armoured. And that goes up there. I'm not displeased that's out the way. It would be upgrades, but they are fully upgraded, so we missed that. It is now the Allied resupplies. So, as before, we have the 3 areas there, Caen, Calais and Paris. So, for Caen, it's +3 if we hold the area, but that doesn't apply, so 3. That's a false. And it's the 4th coming in at Caen. Calais. 3. Another false. The 5th motorised infantry. And Paris. 6. 4 supplies. They are up to 9. Oops. And that is it. That's the end of the Allies' turn, and indeed the end of the whole turn. So I think we'll leave it there. Got another couple of turns under our belt, and I feel a bit more optimistic at the end of this session. We're moving up with the Axis forces. We've got some reinforcements. So I don't know what we're going to do. We've got to take this objective and Cherbourg to actually win the game. We've got another reinforcement to come on, and we might want to split some down to Paris, some up to Arras there. But we'll see. And as I always say, you'll play this different, and there'll be different die rolls and that. So we'll wait and see. Okay, this has been part 2 of a playthrough of Field Commander Rommel from DVG Games. Hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, it would be great, if you haven't done so already, to consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, push the like button of the video and the bell if you want to be informed of other content that gets uploaded. Leave a comment and share. It all helps the little channel. And if you want to support the channel a bit further, well, now you can. You can buy me a coffee. It doesn't cost much, and it all goes towards the channel being able to upload further content. If that's of interest, there'll be a link in the description, and thank you. So until next time, as always, you take care and goodbye.